Your life is a song that will only be sung once, fitting in this theme of the power and challenge of being ourselves, recognizing a lot of the things that hold us back and working with those. Poetry can open that for us in a beautiful way. This is John Roedel. If you just look up johnroedel.com, you'll find his website. He has several books. The one that we're working with is Fitting In Is For Sardines. On these slides are from there. So I thought if you wanted to just kind of sit back or have your eyes open or closed, but just to really get into your body, notice what's happening in your body as you listen to the sounds. Of course, you could be reading them. You could journal as you're going through this. You could just sit back and notice. The thing about poetry is that it evokes a lot of our own experiences and our own thoughts about our experiences. Some of the words are going to be just like, oh, wow, that's amazing. And some of them might provoke sadness or feeling like I've missed out on things. So there's a lot to track as we're working with these. There will only be one you. Your life is a singular event. You are the rarest wonder the universe will ever know. Your life is a song that will only be sung once. Every breath you take makes history. Don't chase the fake rainbow of comparison. You won't find any gold there because it turns out you are already golden. Notice if that is something that you are able to let in, if there's something in you that's going, I don't know about that. It turns out you are already golden. My love, be unashamedly yourself. Be unashamedly yourself. Don't clone your life. Own your life. As we sit with that, for me, I know of many years, decades really, where I didn't really work with my own life, what I wanted, what I was excited about, passionate about. I was in a freeze response. So, any one of us with unhealed trauma is going to be responding to these words, maybe in a little bit different way than somebody without as much trauma. So, let's sit with this for a little bit. What comes up for you? Don't clone your life, own your life. Your life is a song that will only be sung once. There might be inner critic attacks coming in. There might be a sense of, well, I'm too old. There's no point making changes now. It's too late. I made a huge change when I was 59. And some people told me, no, I can't imagine why you're leaving that relationship now. It's like you're too old. I'm like, well, I'm old. I need to be making those changes. So really to let that in, can you be inspired, whatever form that might take? What would you open to in order to make that more true? Be unashamedly yourself. There will only be one you. You weren't plucked from nothingness to simply fit in. You were created to make us gasp, seduce us with your strangeness, Wear your authenticity like lingerie. Quit pretending to be so khaki while you are covered in so many watercolors. You weren't plucked from nothingness to simply fit in. Continue being weird, my beautiful weirdo. Remember, remember, remember. Fitting in is for sardines. And as that lands in your body, what comes to mind? What might you do or share or be more open about? Or maybe it's in your own heart. What watercolors might start to transform the khaki, if that's what's going on in your life? What kind of pressures to conform might you be able to release and be inspired to release? Fitting in is for sardines. Every morning, I have a blind date with my body. Who is this person sitting across from me in the mirror? How can I open my heart to this imperfect human who is staring back at me? The secret to any great relationship is to let them see you as you really are. In order to feel at home in your skin, you must learn to be yourself with yourself. All first dates are awkward. Be patient with yourself as you get to know the person in the mirror. You might visualize opening your heart to this imperfect human who is staring back at you. What would that be like? What would that experience be like to look at yourself in the mirror and open your heart? Let yourself see who you really are. Be yourself with yourself. You might visualize that this imperfect human who is staring back at me. There's so much inner critic chatter. How could you open your heart instead? What would have to shift or change? I can't wait to see how beautiful you look the next time I see you, radiating under the glow of your raw, ever-changing authenticity. Radiating with that glow. This might be a very different relationship with yourself than what you have now, or it might be more of a nuanced, more of a practice of I really want to open my heart on a more regular basis, really deepen that relationship. This conditioning that we have can go quite deep. It takes time, patience. And these are some lines from some of the various poems in Fitting In Is For Sardines. I'll say them slowly and you could read them or really focus on one of them. Be aware of your body, your breath as we're doing this somatic inquiry. I keep leaving home as who I was and returning as who I need to be next. I find that kind of exciting. Returning as who I need to be next. It's a growth. You must learn to be yourself with yourself. And in this relationship that we're building with ourselves, be kind to me, be soft with me, be careful with me. Be merciful with me, be present with me, be sweet with me, be compassionate with me. We can intentionally work with the kind of relationship we want to have with ourselves, with others. Every time you open your mouth and sing, you escape the prison that you thought you would never leave. You just needed to find your voice. I didn't feel broken. I just felt miscast for the role I had been given to play. And who hands out those roles? We're highly conditioned in our families, in our culture. What does that feel like to know that it's not that broken, not that you're broken, it's that you were miscast? That wasn't my role. It didn't fit. I didn't fit. Don't live someone else's life. Time is short. There might be all kind of emotion moving through. Stay in touch with your body, your breath, your kindness and compassion for yourself. Often the people around us aren't really open to hearing us sing our song. And we need to be careful or strategic or courageous. There's all kinds of things that come up around our relationship with other people. But right now, it's this relationship with ourselves. Just for me, can I be myself with myself? Let yourself feel that in your body, your breath, your mind. Notice this experience, the subtleties of the experience of tuning into this intention and practice of being kind, careful, present, being sweet with me, compassionate with me. Let yourself offer that to yourself. Don't clone your life, own your life.